How's it going, guys? JP here, and welcome to Body Bags week number 13. The film that I'm going to be reviewing today is actually a sequel to the film that I reviewed last week, and we're talking about Species 2 from the year 1998 with the tagline of "There is life on Mars, and now it's here." First of all, excuse my voice or if I start coughing or anything. I'm very, very sick, not really feeling well at all. But anyway, I'm going to push on through the review. Um, Species 2 picks up some time after the first film. In the first film, they mentioned that upon creating the human alien hybrid, they also stored away some DNA, um, for future experiments. So in this film, they do create another clone kind of version of the woman in the first Species film. That's how the actress Natasha Henstridge returns and is playing a different character, but still in the alien human hybrid. Um, Meanwhile, on Mars, the United States has landed on Mars and is bringing back samples of dirt and other things. And on their way back home, there's I believe, 7 or 11 minutes of unanswered silence. The people on the ground don't know what's going on. We see a oozy alien-like substance pretty much attack, and then it fades to black or cuts to black. And we assume that one or more of the astronauts were um, infected by this alien-like substance. Turns out we were right, and now the astronauts return to Earth, and they immediately start mating with the women of Earth. So we have an alien problem here. They're going to be reproducing, and now we have a male alien, and this is I guess it's still a alien human hybrid. It might be more alien. I'm not really sure how all that works. So you have Eve, who is the new alien in captive uh, in the government experiment thing. And then you have the alien on the outside who's pretty much tearing shit up. So these two are connected somehow. There's some kind of telepathic ability between these two aliens, and they basically their main goal is to mate with each other and create a straight up powerful alien child. Um, Meanwhile, you have the same character played by Michael Madsen return and is hunting down the alien. Um, and you have the Eve character kind of helping them a bit, and that was one of my biggest complaints about this one. I really didn't like how the alien that was in the government lab kind of was wishy-washy with how she was going to either help the alien on the outside or the person or us on the inside. It just, I didn't really like what they did with the character at all, and it really kind of bugged me. I hated the way it ended up, and I really hated how it um, ended with that character. So Species 2, I actually haven't seen this. Don't even, I'm not even sure if I've seen the whole film. I might have just seen bits and pieces of it, because some things did seem familiar, but it was few and far between from the scenes that I remembered. And some I wasn't even sure if I remembered. I might have just thought I remembered them. So yeah, but I was super surprised at the level of gore and effects and violence and nudity and sexual situations in this film. It really feels like a trashy sequel. Like something like Friday the 13th Part 5 or something that just feels way more trashier than the rest. It's interesting that this film almost feels kind of exploitive in the fact of it really seems like just a cash in. Let's amp up the sex, let's amp up the sexy alien, let's amp up the violence and the nudity and gore, and they really, really did. I was really impressed by it. There's a lot of cool gore scenes, and aliens, and there's a lot of nudity. I mean, there was a good bit of nudity in the first one, but this one is even more. And yeah, it was kind of fun as hell actually. I actually really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it has that trashy sequel feel, like a cash in. Just banking on the name. And the story is pretty simple. It doesn't really add anything at all to the. It actually almost takes away from the narrative of the first film, because the first film had that underlying commentary where it was like, are the aliens really that bad, or is it us who's bad? And the aliens are here to wipe us out because we're the cancer, we're the disease, they're the cure. This one, there's none of that. They do not think at all in this one. It's a straight up, you know, trashy sequel, and it does not add anything to the story at all. It doesn't, make you wonder anything. It's really kind of the same story. They just add a male alien, and the whole dynamic of the good alien, which I hated. That's the one thing that really bothered me, and it kind of uh, tore this one down a few notches just because of that. But there is some weird ass imagery when it comes to an alien sex scene with two aliens. It's fucking weird. But it's also pretty awesome. Um, like I said, I really enjoyed the gore. Characters were pretty damn garbage, actually. Nobody was really likable at all. Even the returning people seemed less uh, motivated, less inspired in this film. They just seemed like they was there for a paycheck. And yeah, that's about it for my review. Honestly, though, it's an enjoyable, good, fun time. There's lots of fun gore and violence and alien sex scenes, and just fun times. So yeah, I'd rate this film about the same as the first one. 7.5 out of 10. It's worth checking out. It's doesn't make you think, but it's fun to look at. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace.